Well, it's Uncommon Fossil today, taking a look at a Giratina V-Star deck, and not the Giratina V-Star deck that everybody's playing these days, the Lost Zone build, but the Arceus V-Star build, which is also a very legitimate way to play the deck. I really like Arceus and, many different forms of it, and this is certainly a very solid deck. Giratina V-Star, 280 HP Dragon Pokemon, so no weakness, gives up 2 prizes, of course, as a V-Star, and its attack is tremendous. Lost Impact. That's the only attack we can use. Our Star Requiem is the V-Star attack, but you have to have 10 in the Lost Zone. We can't do that with this deck, so Star Requiem's off the table, but Lost Impact, 280 for 3 energies, Grass, Psychic, Colorless, tremendous one-shotting lots of Pokemon. You put 2 energies into the Lost Zone, they from any of your Pokemon. It doesn't have to be from the Giratina V-Star, so you choose what you think is going to get knocked out or where the least impact is, and make that attack super, super good. The Giratina V is also useful. I don't really want to Abyss Seeking with a Lost Zone build. That's certainly a good play. You look at the top 4 cards of your deck for one colorless energy, put 2 of them into your hand, 2 in the Lost Zone. It is a way to draw cards, though. I mean, yes, in theory, if you do 5 Abyss Seekings, you can use your V-Star attack, but that's not happening. Maybe Abyss Seeking, but the Shred attack on the V is useful. Keep that in mind. Grass, Psychic, Colorless, the same attack cost as the other, as the V-Star's attack. Does 160 instead of 280. Obviously, that's a big difference, but you don't discard energy. So there's times if 160 is enough, you might want this. And then the other thing, it is the Shred attack isn't affected by effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So if they're playing a Mimikyu or something like that walls you off, Giratina just blasts right through that. And that's an important thing, too. So a 2-2 Giratina V-Star paired with a 3-4 Arceus V-Star line. Arceus V-Star, of course, Trini Nova, 200 damage. Look for up to 3 basic energies in your deck. Accelerate them to your V Pokemon any way you like. So set up other Arceus V-Star Vs, if that's the way the game's going, or set up the Giratina V-Star, get its energy on, especially because we need the mix of energy. Arceus just handles that just fine. So it's super... It's a very nice pairing here, and of course the Starbirth V-Star power is amazing. Once during the game, you search your deck for any 2 cards, so it really gets the deck to set up. We are also playing a 1/1 Leafeon V-Star. Leafeon, two things. First, Leafeon V-Star, a Grass attacker, that's good. 180 damage for 3 Grass Colorless, so that will one-shot a Charizard EX. Very good there. Then this Pokemon takes 30 less damage the following turn. That's nice because then you're at 290 to be one shot. So hard to get one shot. So that has some value. But that one shot ability is nice. If you don't need your Arceus V-Star power to get set up, the Ivy Star ability, Leafeon V-Star's V-Star power is very nice. You switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon. So it's a boss on an ability. So if you don't need the Arceus V-Star power, Leafeon V-Star is a nice option to have. The real value, though, to Leafeon V, because we want to go first, right? And we want to get things set up. And it's got the Greening Cells ability. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a Grass energy and attach it to one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. If you use this ability, your turn ends. So turn 1, we're not attacking. Turn 2, we might not be attacking also. Sometimes we attack with Arceus V's first attack if we have a double turbo attached to get some energy in play. But if not, Greening Cells accelerates and energy is very good. And then the engine, the old tried and true 2 Bibarel, 1 Skwovet, right? Skwovet, shuffle your deck. Hand, put it at the bottom of your deck, draw 1 card, Bibarel, draw the F5 cards in hand, so paired together nicely. And of course, this is not shut off by Path to the Peak, so it just is nice for consistency. All right, getting to the energies here, 4 DTEs, Arceus deck, 4 DTEs, it's pretty much mandatory. We play 1 V-Guard energy because we do want to be tanking some hits, right? Like up against another Giratina V-Star deck. The Lost Impact does not one-shot you. The same thing with Arceus V-Star, right? You take 30 less damage from your opponent's V Pokemon, so that's good. And then we play 5 Grass, 4 Psychic, 1 more Grass because Greening Cells accelerates a Grass. So we just want to make sure we have that Grass in deck. I think there's a lot of lists that some lists play 2 V-Guard energy and then 4 Grass energy. I think 1 V-Guard's fine because it's not always necessary. You get the 1 probably with Arceus's ability, you know, or you have to get, or you might luck into it too, but really, you get it with the ability on a turn you need it, hopefully, and that's kind of, it's there for the occasional use, in my opinion. All right, 4 paths to the peak. We use our ability once, and that's it. Well, we might use it 2 abilities on our rule box Pokemon. One, Leafeon V on turn 1, and then Arceus V-Star like on turn 2, and then get Path in play, and it can stay there. We play 1 Lost Vacuum, so we can hopefully bump the stadium that 1 turn to use Arceus's V-Star power. Of course, you have to draw into it, so only 1 copy makes it less likely to draw into, but that's what it's there. And then we play 2 full Face Guard. Pokemon is attached to has no abilities. It takes 20 less damage to your opponent's Pokemon. So again, it's 20, not 30, but similar to the V-Guard energy. Your Giratina now would take 300 damage to one-shot it. That is very nice. And if we have Path in play, Arceus itself does not have an ability, so Arceus can actually take advantage of full Face Guard as long as Path is in play. All right, Pokemon Search, 4 Nest Balls, 4 Ultra Balls, just real basic there. It's an Arceus deck, so switching, you got it. 1 Switch, 1 Escape Rope. You know, come rotation, I guess it's 2 Switch, right? And honestly, that's not going to be that huge of a nerf. And then the rest of it is the supporters. We play 1 Raihan, really nice, just accelerating energy, search for any 1 card. I just like it, as it can really save the day in the middle of the game there. 4 Judge, because Path Judge, we know it's a common strategy. 2 Iono, very nice early, good late as well, potentially, but Judge is more, get that early, so that's why 4 Judge, 2 Iono, 1 Cheren's Care, take 1 of your colorless Pokemon with damage counters on it, put it in your hand, usually for the Arceus, but obviously we can do it with like the Bibarel or even the Skwovet if you want, go into hand, as well as attached cards, so the energies go into hand as well. Of course, it doesn't help with Giratina or Leafeon because they're not colorless, but the other ones, it can essentially scoop those up with your supporter. Then 3 Bosses order. Boss is super, super good. So we want to be able to gust something up and smash that 280 HP multi-prize Pokemon with our Giratina V-Star for game. So 3 Bosses order. So a pretty straightforward list, I think. There are obviously some decisions to be made when I was building the deck, but I think it's a very solid list. And now let's take a look on the ladder and see what we can do. All right, hopefully we get a nice start. We would like to go first if we can, and of course, attach an energy. And, you know, you really want Arceus in play turn 1 in particular, ideally going first. But if it goes second, you know, get an energy attached. That way you can attack with Arceus V-Star turn 2. If you go second, ideally you get a double turbo attached to an Arceus V. But we win the coin flip, our opponent lost it. And so we will choose to go first. Hopefully, again, 1 energy in play. It doesn't particularly matter what energy it is. Okay, a Giratina V. It's okay. And I have 2 Nest Balls, so get an Arceus down. And something else, I imagine. We have a Bibarel, so it might be a Bidoof. Palkia. Okay, that's a little scary for sure. So Arceus is going to come down for sure. And I'm a little nervous about the bench. I don't play Manaphy. There's no bench protection here. So maybe I bench do I want Leafeon? Do I want to put Leafeon down? That's my question right now. No, I don't, because he's prized. So I'm going to put down a second Arceus. That's what I'm going to do. A second Arceus. Keep my bench small, too. It's Palkia. Is it a Palkia deck, or what is it exactly? And the answer to that is, I don't know yet. So make this the play and turn. If this is my hand, as long as Path is not in play, I can get Arceus V-Star evolve, and I can swing into the active. All right, good. So Path to the peak cannot be in play now. So Pokestop, which of course, you know, has certainly seen a rise in popularity, although it might have fallen off a bit, but it wasn't seeing much play at all, and then it's been seeing quite a lot of play. Yeah, so the Radiant Greninja is going to be a problem. So Skwovet, so not playing Skwovet Bibarel may be the better thing. Obviously, I have no engine though, right? So that's the thing. that is a big deal. So, but we'll see what happens. But Giratina V being able to one-shot like a Palkia V-Star is quite nice. So it's a Goldingo deck. Okay, Goldingo Palkia, which I've played before. It's a really, honestly, I will say, it's a pairing that doesn't make any sense to me in one sense, but I've played the deck and it actually works pretty well. So it's a deck that feels like it shouldn't work, but it does. Okay, so this is good. Do I want to... I think I want to take prizes here is what I'm thinking. So let me... I don't need the Leafeon V-Star. And I don't need Bibarel. I'm not going that route. So I'll grab the Arceus V-Star. I want to grab a switching card. I think I want to take a prize. So I think I want a rope. I think I want rope if that's an option. I hope I have a switching card in hand. If they're all prized, I am in definite trouble. So rope, because I want to one-shot things, and I can one-shot the Palkia with the Giratina V-Star. And do I want to put down Path? They're probably going to bump Path is my guess. So I'm going to... I did not play a supporter, right? Let me just double-check before I act like a fool. So I Iono. I want to see a bunch of cards here. That's what I want to do here. So this should not surprise my opponent. Well, I mean, they don't know I have the Iono. So, okay, take out. I wasn't sure which way they go. So that's fine. Hopefully I get some other... I mean, I'd like some... Okay, V-Star is very nice. And I think I want to evolve this Arceus too, don't I? Yeah, that's nice. Let me take a look at my energy situation. Lots of energies there. Very, very pretty looking there. So evolve you. So not bad. The problem is, and actually I have a judge and a boss. I obviously didn't hit Path, but you know, that was what it was. I'm gonna power up the Giratina V-Star because he can blow up anything, right? So that's what I want to do. Take one prize. So that's the downside. Okay, a DTE is good. The Giratina will discard a DTE if need be, so that's not terrible. Ideally, I don't get knocked out here, right? That's in a perfect world. I don't get knocked out. Okay, so they have 2 energies. So okay, what do they need to knock me out? 5 times. They need 6. So there's a decent chance they can't do it, which would be quite nice. I think I got to think about this. If they don't knock me out, I just attack with Arceus V-Star, I think. And I flood the board with energy. That's what I'm thinking, right? That's what I'm thinking. I could boss and take a second prize, though. I don't know. That's where things get a little awkward. Yeah. So I'm gonna attach a double turbo. What did I discard? I discarded my other Giratina V, so I'd have to get... Now I'm trying to remember what's in this list. Did I play a Rod in this list? I mean, I like Rod in lists, so if I had the option to Rod or not Rod, I mean, you always have an option, but it would be in the list. I'm trying to remember. I was looking at other lists people have been playing, kind of making a few choices to make it a little more comfortable for me. I think it's just 2. Was that 3? Okay. So, I mean, they probably do not knock me out. If they do, it's a huge advantage for them. 150. Okay, that's good. I mean, they only got halfway there, so that's a surprise. I mean, Cheren's care would be awesome, but that's not going to happen here. Do I want to take a prize? I think I do. I'm going to take a, yeah, I'm going to take a prize here. This way I have someone with full HP for my Giratina to blow up, right? Because that's kind of the goal. You have Giratina do some serious damage. What do I have? Let me look at my deck. So I have Raihan, which is nice. So I have 0 recovery. 0 recovery. Okay. Well, that gets scary, doesn't it? Okay. Because they're going to knock out my active. I got to assume. But I can one-shot. The problem is as the game goes on, they may get better with their deck as they go on, right? But Judge, hopefully I get Path, right? Judge Path is the play I'm hoping to do. So I'm going to take the Giratina hit. I'm going to blow up with Giratina. If they and a Letter of Encouragement is a great card in the deck. Not everybody plays it. Obviously, it only works some of the time, but they get 3 energies into hand from the deck, not from the discard. I mean, that with like Superior Energy Retrieval, it gives them huge scaling, right? So now 4 energies in the discard, so they can get 4 with a Superior Energy Retrieval. They already have 3 in hand, so well, that's good. They missed on Pokestop. I really would like to get Path in play. Of course, they haven't used their coin bonus ability, which I assume they're going to do. I don't think they want to use Palkia. Okay, they're bumping the stadium. And honestly, that I like the work we're getting used here because I want to get Path into play. I'm jealous of their Rod, I will say that. But anyway, I don't remember if it's in the deck or not. I know it's not in my deck. Is it in my 60 or not? Is it one of these 4 prizes? I might not be, right? Might not be. In which case, do I have any recovery? Do I play Clara or Rod in deck? I have to take a look after this game. It's unfortunately, I switch decks all the time. I don't remember. So blow you up with the Giratina. The Palkia will not one-shot me. And they can't attack with Goldingo next turn, right? So it's actually a very nice spot to be in. So I will... I think I want to... Do I want to attach the energy? I just need to 2 energies, right? So I don't want to attach the energy. I lost zone. Hopefully I get Path here. But this Judge is a huge deal. Oh, that is amazing, right? Amazing. And I have the DTE, so 2 energies. Choose you, say done. And I still I can attack with Arceus if need be, but of course I want to attack with the Giratina. Now the problem is, and this is why maybe I should have attached, and I hope I don't regret it. I don't have an issue because my opponent can see it. But if they gusted up my Arceus that I couldn't then retreat, no, I was okay because I can get rid of the energies of the Giratina. That's fine. So that's right. I just can't. Once you get rid of the energies in the Giratina V-Star, you don't have enough to attack the following turn because if you go down to 1, you can't get 2 into play the following turn. Anyway, deck worked very, very nicely. All right, let us see what we can do this game. Obviously, going first is a huge plus with this deck. So, okay, and I get to do that. If you go second, you really need to hit a DTE. And that is, I don't know what the odds are. It's not as likely as I would like. Taking a mulligan, unfortunately. So they know what the deck is at this point. I'm showing the Leafeon V-Star, the Giratina V-Star. They should probably assume I play an Arceus V-Star in the deck, right? But, hey, it's okay. I just need to get something. Obviously, I'm going to get a starter. Hopefully, I get a good hand. Excuse the yawn. All right, that's not terrible. It's not ideal, but it's not terrible. I probably bench. So it's Arceus. Got a fancy art Arceus. So Giratina is really good, though, into this, right? So it's not bad. It's not bad. Lost Vacuum if they want to path me. So not a bad turn 1. Judge, I'm at the way it looks now, I need to hit something off my Judge. So we'll start to see what else they're playing. All right, so this could be a straight Arceus, which is obviously not, which is a very good deck. I just made a video on that recently. So they're not going to attack. Okay. I'm liking this. I'm liking it a lot. Ideally, I Judge, I get Path, and ideally I Judge, I use Arceus V-Star Power, and I get Path in play. That's what would make me super happy. All right, let's see what else they're playing here. All right, getting rid of their Judge. So they probably play Path Judge as well. They may have some other attacker in the deck. I don't know. Oh, they have Fighting Energy. So, so it's Duraludon V-Star, I'm guessing. Okay, Duraludon V-Star. All right, DTE, that's super nice. Yeah, so we'll see. I'd love to get Path in play. That part's not going to happen. Okay, I want to evolve him. I don't get the knockout, so I probably... I'm going to Skwovet, though, because if I get an Arceus V-Star, that's good. If I get Path to the Peak, that's good, too. That's very good. So, so do I want to smack into him? I think I want to accelerate here. I'm gonna do some energies. And yeah, that's quite nice. Okay, grass, psychic. See what they do, because I don't one-shot them. I can one-shot them with the Giratina. Obviously, energy's an issue. So anyway, that Skwovet was nice. Okay, so Regigigas V-Star, which is the other way. Look, I don't know if I've made a video on the Arceus Regigigas deck. It's a weird looking deck. Are they not attacking again? Wow. Okay, so this is nice. So okay, well this is very good. So I'm gonna attach the DTE because it's actually good for me, right? Long run. And I'm gonna give him a poke. And if they just sit there, I'd knock them out next turn. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. I mean, I need to get going. So they're getting the Regigigas going. I mean, ideally, I'd get a boss. All right, I'm gonna Skwovet, and if I hit boss, I'm a happy camper. Oh, I am a happy camper. So I'm gonna have to retreat. I'm gonna take out the Regigigas V. And I have to get rid of 2 energies here, but that's okay. That's why I attached to Bidoof the turn before. So super good there. And yeah, that's nice. And I have an Arceus that's very injured. Took out the Regigigas V. Okay, got another energy because I need energies, obviously. See what happens. And they scooped. Okay, good. I mean, it wasn't a great spot. Now they didn't get the Bibarels down either. The path got down. So hey, the deck didn't set up quite as well as I would like. Got very fortunate with that one Skwovet, I gotta say, and just ruined my opponent's day. And taking out that Reggie, and then got a boss too that one turn. Just super lucky, and just stopped my opponent from playing the game the way they needed to. All right, I'm looking for a decent game to end the video with. I've had 2 games. I have 2 games that I'm happy with. I was thinking, hey, I'd really like a third game. And I've won both these games, and I've been trying to get one last game for the video. But the one game, my opponent just stopped playing in the middle of the game because once I took the knockout of the Pokemon that they had the energy on, they just stopped playing. So they were, you had like 2 minutes of not much happening. And then the next game, it was an Iron Valiant deck. I got Path in play on my first turn, and I only benched Arceus and Giratina's, which was all very nice. And they just conceded, and quite frankly, it was a bad spot for them. So Xatu, I love Xatu. I will say Xatu is not. It's inconsistent. Shall we say that? Right? It's a lot of fun. I like it. It's not always the most effective engine, right? So we'll see. But it's a psychic deck, right? Or at least using psychic energy. So we'll see what I'm up against. You know, I've done Iron Valiant Xatu, and Xatu's a nice engine. Uh-oh. Now I'm starting to cough here. So give me something good. Okay. That's fine. Okay. What does this guy evolve into, right? That's the great question I have here. All right. Do I just want to... Do I want to get a Giratina V in play? I think I just want to do this and pass. That's what I'm thinking. I think this. All right. Sorry about that. I got to put a cough drop in. I'll mute it while I do that, though. Okay, cough drops in. So Natu, which is terrific. Another fog crystal, maybe an energy. Are they going to attach it? They're going to attach it to the act. What are they going to do here? Active. Okay, because they're probably going to knock you out, right? So I'm not sure. I think I grab an Arceus VSTAR. And was that a Mew EX? Okay, well that's a nice card for them. They haven't used the supporter yet, right? If I were to draw into a Judge, I can actually one-shot the Mew EX. That's super nice too. And of course, the Mew EX can then one-shot a Giratina VSTAR, so I have to be careful about that, right? The energy on the active, though, I don't love that, right? That's the one thing I don't like in their play. Sorry. Because I mean, I know I have the knockout. They don't know I have the knockout. I grant you that. But I want to Judge. Get rid of one energy and one Arceus, let's say. Because I want to Judge this turn still. I want to get a V-Star. That's super nice. I think I do want to get a V down if I can. I mean, a Giratina V, sorry. So I will attach an energy. Evolve you. Do this. Judge here, which is nice. See what I get. Hopefully I get... I'd like to get a Giratina V in play. If I could. I did not. I haven't used my V-Star power, though. Right? So... I think I want to use my V-Star power. Get a... Do I want Path in play, or do I want a supporter for next turn? I think I'm really liking my spot, so I'm going to get Path. And I'm just going to grab a Giratina V. Put them in put my opponent in a rough spot, is my thought here. That's what I'm thinking. So, no ability for you. Play this. Boom. Take the knockout. Sell out the energy, which is super critical here, of course. Toss the energy onto the Giratina V. And then I want to start powering up that Arceus next turn. So, one. Okay. No, there's so seeing a lot of Arceus Vs here. And it's what it is. Okay. They have free retreat, of course. Okay, so they bump the path. Okay. I can bump the old cemetery. I might want to do that. We'll see. So Arven, which of course is a nice card. So Devolution. Okay. I mean, that's not really going to do it. I just have stage 1, so they just go back into my hand. Okay, they're discarding it. So getting a Xatu, and they must have energy because they discarded energy. So they have at least one energy in hand. See what happens here. Going to go on the Yamask. I assume, and we'll see. Okay, so Koffagrigus, what's he do again? That's what I need to know. Come on, I want to see. Show me what he does. Okay. 5 on my bench. All right, well. Okay, so it's a little tricky here, right? Because Hmm. I'm just thinking through. I might want to bump the stadium. I don't knock them out, right? If they search for the cards if I knock them out by damage. So if I use my gear, well, I can't use the V-Star attack. All right, well, this is okay. It's weak to dark. So do I want to bump the stadium here? I think I do. Do I want to be able to attack with Leafeon? I think I don't want to. I don't want to keep damaging myself. That's what I'm thinking here, right? So let me get rid of your stadium. Let me attack with Arceus V-Star here. And I'm not going to bench the Leafeon V. I don't know that I want him. So I think I'm going to put 3 energies onto my Arceus V-Star. Just giving me options for knockouts, right? I have the Giratina V. I don't need more energy on him. He also has, actually, well, he has higher energy than the Arceus V-Star because he's damaged. So Tulip getting some cards and energy back. Okay. So another Yam Mask. So Cofagrigus is annoying, but he's mostly annoying. I don't know that he's going to do enough damage, right? I'm going to knock this guy out this turn. So the Mew EX is scary, though, honestly. I'm glad that they're not attaching energy on the Mew EX, because the Mew EX blows up my Giratina V-Star. And I'm going to lose my tool. That's unfortunate, but is what it is. So what was the tool they ditched? Oh, the evolution one. Okay. Which is fine. And they play the devolution, right? Yeah. So what are they going to do? Okay, one. Oh, they get to put the 5 around wherever they want. Okay. But do I want to bench a Bidoof? Maybe I do. I think I think I bench. I will toss down the Bidoof. Do I want to? I think I maybe don't accelerate energy this turn. I'm not going to. The energy situation is awkward, right? So now they get to look for 2 cards, though. So this is, gets a little scary. Gets a little scary. So if they play Raihan Alakazam, then they can take 4 prizes this turn. They can take out both Arceus V-Stars. I take, these are 2, right? These are my second and third prize, right? I believe. So I'll be at 3 prizes, which means I don't win with a Giratina V-Star. Obviously, it would have been really nice to have hit Cheren's Care, which I haven't seen. The Bidoof gives me the opportunity to grab a Bibarel. If I get Bibarel, then I have some draw going, right? Because that's not good for me. So Raihan Alakazam's coming into play. They're going to take 4 prizes on me. I mean, they need to evolve, right? They need to evolve, but that will happen, right? They did the, I assume, they did energy retrieval, so they have 2 energies. So they're getting the Mew EX set up as well, which scares me too. But yeah, the what do you call the stage 1? Yeah, Cofagrigus, he will. They need Cofagrigus, though, right? Otherwise, they could retreat, take a knockout, but that's bad for them because then I just blow you up with my other Arceus V-Star. So they need a Cofagrigus in play this turn. And they go ahead of me in prizes, so it gets very scary, I got to say, at that point. Yeah, they have Cofagrigus. Okay. That's fine. See what happens here. See what happens. So I probably, I'm just going to take out the, okay. I mean, that's, I mean, that was a waste, I think. I think that was a waste. All right, what are they doing here? So they're trying to set up. Okay, so I can take what I want to do here. So I have boss. I do 200, right? So I think, do I want to take out the Mew here? If I take out the Mew here, I think I take out the Mew because he scares me. The Mew scares me, and this is all I can do really. Take him out. They're going to take 4 prizes, probably. We'll see what happens. Select. Okay, if I have boss, okay, I have game in hand because I have the Giratina V-Star in hand. I can take them out. So they can't actually. Can they? They might be able to one-shot my. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. That's rough. Very rough. Okay. So Bidoof was a good idea, I think, but it gave him a prize. But I think that's okay. I still think the Bidoof play was correct. Maybe not, but it seems like it was correct to me. So taking a prize. Do I send up him to the active? I think I sent him to the active. He doesn't take him out, right? Does 110, right? So, because they already used their damage movement. If I get the V-Star, I can retreat. So, and if I don't get the V-Star, I smack them with Arceus, and then they're softened up, so Giratina will finish them off the following turn, right? So this game's going is interesting. So they do 250. Now if I don't think I want to bench anybody, do I? No, I think if I bench somebody, I could get myself in a lot of trouble. So I think, I could bench a Skwovet or something, but no, I keep the Nest Ball because that way if I get Ultra Ball, I can evolve, right? Do I want to grab this energy just to increase the odds of not? I think I want to grab the energy just to increase, just to thin the deck, right? I could have done it sooner to thin the deck as well. But I thought, I might just want the energy. But at this point, no. I need to top deck. Giratina V-Star guarantees me game. Right now, I don't know. Right, he does not knock me out. Right, I'm at 190. He does 110. So even if he bosses me, he does not take me out. So I think I'm in good shape here. We will see what happens here. So yep. So they're giving me game. They're giving up. I have game here. So didn't get the V-Star. Obviously I never got the engine going, but honestly, I should. The odds were that I should have gotten a Giratina V-Star at some point, but it's fine. Boom, just blow you up, and there we go. So they conceded, right? Because the game's kind of weird. It forces them to search for those 2 cards still, right? So anyway, so the deck did its thing. Went the road. One of the ways to play this deck, which is what I did there, which I think situationally is the right play. Whoops. I don't want to play. Sorry. Hopefully I didn't lose points. It doesn't. If I did, I did, right? Is just going in with the big Vs, with the Arceus in the Giratina, and not setting up the engine, right? Just what times do you not want those low HP Pokemon? I gave up 1 prize by that, right? They took out the Bidoof, but they needed 5, but they needed 6 prizes. So getting on to the odd prize number didn't help them, actually. I just made sure I didn't bench another single prize Pokemon. So taking out the Bidoof eliminated the possibility of an engine for me, but it took them farther from the win condition in that sense, where they could have gotten a multi-prize Pokemon knocked out a little sooner, possibly. That may have been correct. Anyway, it's a very nice deck. It's got some versatility, and it's pretty straightforward, and I think it's fun to play. Arceus obviously isn't rotating, but some of its partners are, and just have some fun playing the cards and the decks you want. Take care.